Welcome to the Foundational Builder. This is course number 1 out of 4, where I help you understand how to take your idea into a reality, how to turn yourself from a solo founder into an operator, how to become from an operator into a strategic investor, how to take burnout into realizing your dreams. If you're here, it's because you have an idea. You're passionate about something. You want to make a difference. But you also realize that 90% or more of small business fail within the first 5 years. These are not just stats. This is the real struggle. Imagine you put your sweat and tears for 5 years to realize that you have to shut it down. Trust me, that's not fun. So why is this course different? This course is different because it addresses the real reasons behind why most business fail. And what's the strategic approach to get to your first $100,000 so you can start becoming a strategic owner, not just a burnout operator. My name's Alberto Chan, and I'm your coach, and this is the Foundational Builder, where I help you understand how to bring your first $100,000, transform yourself from a burnout operator into a strategic owner, and your idea into reality. Before we go there, the promise I make you is that this course is to give you a competitive edge. Focus on the things that people don't tell you. Moving really beyond this just generic coach. My philosophy is that entrepreneurship is a journey of self-discovery. Success and money comes from evolving your mindset and your approach. A little bit about me. I'm a Brazilian-born Chinese. I am an industrial engineer and also an MBA. I helped over 6 businesses. I supported raising 8-figure investments and built 8-figure business. And what I learned over this 15 years of experiences building business for myself and for other folks is there's always this playbook. This playbook is not what generic folks will tell you about. Figure out your niche and figure out your pricing. My general philosophy, and this is a great segue to lesson number 1, defining what real success looks like beyond the money. The first $100,000 is just a number. In here, there's one thing that people don't tell you. Throughout your journey, there will be a time where you will want to walk away from everything. It's just too hard, too many tests, too much pressure. And if you don't have clarity on the reasons why you're doing this, beyond the money, it will be really hard. So that's the first core concept I bring on this course, which is telling you the real deal, telling you things that people don't tell you. The honest truth is, if you don't have clarity on what is your mission, why you're doing this, what's important for you, what are the trade-offs that you're willing to make, in the end of the day, the journey of entrepreneurship, it is at the same time a journey of sacrifice. Throughout your journey, you will have to understand who you are, what's important for you, what things that you're willing to let go. So let's start with lesson number 1. What does the first $100,000 truly mean? It is just a concept. It is just the beginning. It is not the end. The danger of having money as your own metric, it leads you to burn out and also sometimes lose humility. In a way, it's a double-edged sword. If you look at the proxy, this number, you will find yourself in 2 situations. In one hand, if you're successful, you will start losing humility because you think that you've made so much and you got all of this and no one else understands anything. And so the consequences that you start feeling like no one's at your level, your team is not working as hard as you are, and you start getting a lot of frustration. Every day is going to be like frustration because you're solving problems. From drama with the team, clients don't understand. And on the other hand, if you're not successful, you will also feel like a failure, which is not true. So what I bring to you on this lesson 1 is don't look at money as your only metric. But I'm also going to give you 5 points, the whys, you should consider before going down that path. The first concept I'm going to give you is lifestyle. When you're pursuing this path, what are you envisioning? Why are you doing this? Is because you want to buy that Lamborghini, or because you're doing something that will matter for your kids, for your family, for the community that you're helping, right? So there will be times where you have to sacrifice everything. You will at some point understand that you're going to either move away from friends that are not the same perspective as you are, and you will start bringing more people that are in the same zone as you. Because when you're building a business 24/7, the real estate that will occupy your thoughts, it's essentially your business. You will want to talk to people that understand how to solve your problems. You will talk to people that understand what you're going through. You will want to talk to people that you can help. And so your lifestyle will change. So have some clarity about that. The second thing is impact. What is that you're doing for? Are you helping to solve cancer? Are you helping to bring smile to folks? Or do you just want that Lamborghini? I am not saying that if you just want that Lamborghini, you shouldn't be an entrepreneur. But try to have some sort of impact beyond your personal success. I don't know if you've heard that before, but Harvard came out with research and concluded that the richest people are the people that understand how to give. And so that's where my perspective comes from. Don't really just think about enriching yourself. That's going to be a consequence of what is the impact that you're bringing to your family, to your community, to your friends, to your clients. What is that you're trying to achieve? The third thing is freedom. I really want you to understand what that word really means to you. It's almost like everyone that wants to be an entrepreneur will all try to escape the matrix. And so have that clarity, have that mapped out. Understand that's not going to be an overnight thing, but understand what your milestones is to accomplish, reach to what that freedom means to you. In this course, I give you a different perspective on freedom, which is how to transform yourself from a solo founder, a burnout founder, to a strategic owner, to a founder that is investor of your business. Why? It's almost like that movie from McDonald's. You don't get rich by selling 2-cent burgers, but you get rich by owning the real estate. I am not saying become a real estate mogul here, but I'm going to teach you to build the infrastructure, the platform where you can have your staff to thrive, you to have time to prioritize on the things that are really important for your growth. And if it's in line with your lifestyle and the impact that you're trying to bring, you will feel good about yourself. At the end of the day, many influencers out there are saying, I'm the successful CEO, entrepreneur, I'm a billionaire. But how many of them can actually go out there and not have one single person hating for something that they've done? Everyone that looks at success with just money is bound to make some sort of choices in life that maybe you will not be happy going back to your mama's house and it's like, hey mama, are you proud of me? And so that's where I come to have understand your lifestyle, understand your impact, understand what freedom means to you. And then the fourth thing is, what are the non-negotiables to you? So with this entrepreneurship journey, you'll be faced with many decisions. For instance, sometimes you'll have a very great employee that is the best in terms of sales, but he doesn't do well with other folks. Or on the other hand, you have someone that is a glue to the community. It's almost like that movie Waterboy. They make everyone work harder, but perhaps they're not the ones that bring the money. And so the guy that brings all the money is going to have a very big ego, a tantrum. You'll be forced to understand what choice do you make. Who do you hold? Do you hold that past salesperson on the stake of all your team? Or do you build that culture of your team and let that sales guy go? And so think about all the values that you will never compromise. And here I will give you some perspectives about why I always focus on the team and your personal core values, where you can look at someone else in the eye and feel really proud about your work, knowing that you are being honest, you are adding value to the society, you are contributing to life. So the next point is your mission check-ins. Throughout this journey, there is going to be a valley of ups and downs, ups and downs. It's almost like in a sales process, right? The first sales will get super excited. Even with the prospect, we'll just beg everyone, just hear me out, listen to me. I just got this thing will change your life. Just give me 1 second. I promise you won't regret. That first sales will get super excited if someone says yes, regardless if the sales happens or not. But with time, once you hit 100,000, you will no longer feel that high that you had in the first sales. You will look for something else. It's almost like the Maslow hierarchy needs. Once you figure out that little step of sales, you don't want to do that anymore. So where I come with mission check-ins is there will be times where you have to do things that you may feel a drag. Just like here, I'm recording this video and you guys don't know how many versions of it took. And I have to go back and reflect to myself and what is I'm doing this for, and just pick it up put a smile and do it again, because I know that what I'm doing here is for you. It is because I've been in your shoes, and I know that ultimately, if you have the right heart, the right mission, I want to help you, because I don't want you to spend 5 years and wait and having to shut down your business. I also don't want you to be struggling and hustling every single day, trying to just fight against the tide. And so this is why I'm doing this. So have some sort of mission check-ins, because within that ups and downs, you will need to ground yourself. You will need to think back what you're doing this. So the key takeaway of lesson number 1 is write down all these points that I'm talking about, from what sacrifices you're willing to do for your lifestyle. What are the reasons in terms of impact that you're doing this? What does freedom mean to you? What are the non-negotiables that you have in terms of going forward? Even with all the money in the world, I will not change who I am on these points. And then have your mission check-in. So write everything down, put on paper, and every quarter, every 5 years, go back and look at it. Ground yourself. Understand why you're doing this. It's just like Peter Parker, with great power comes great responsibility. Prepare yourself for that day.